Hello everyone, Krydex here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. Well, ding dong, the witch is dead. Make drop item hotkey work the same way in GUI as it does in the game world. Factorio has finally fixed the annoying problem. At least I think they have. I haven't actually tested it yet. We're about to see. The problem being, if you drop items... Oh my god, it works now. Oh, thank god. I can't believe it took them this long to fix that or change that. I mean, it wasn't even listed under bugs, so clearly they felt like the other way was correct at some point, but I'm so glad they changed it. Anyway, where were we? I don't really remember. We were doing fish. That's right, that's right. Yes, ding dong, the fish is dead. Okay, so... we were partway through this nonsense. Right. Yes. Love me some pyanodons in the morning. The smell of fish eggs in the morning. We built everything we needed, I think, so we're gonna need some phytoplankton farms. Why is this here again? We're bringing in the tin and the stone, I think. Oh, look, he's already doing it. Sweet. Okay. Now, the phytoplankton farms then are gonna need the stone, or the tin, the processed tin, which needs to go in a screener and a jaw crusher. But there's also... what are you doing here? Oh, he's just waiting here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, anyway, the tin gets fed into here. No reason to put that on a belt. And same here. Unfortunately, this caravan is in the way. Maybe we'll move it later. Yeah, dude, you're in the way. I want to build right there. Oh. Well, that was convenient. Wow. He moved out of the way? During his wait? I don't know how that worked. Like, game design... not game design, but just, like, under the hood. I don't really feel like that should have worked, but I'm happy it did. Okay, so you're gonna feed in the grade 2 to crush back into grade 1. And then the grade 1 from here has to come out. And then the stone has to come out. And then we want to prioritize this stone over the stone that comes out of the... whatchamacallit here, caravan outpost. So we'll do something like that. And then it is 1.436 stone per second, so we should do U filter stone. Where is it again? Raw ores. Or no, that's coal processing. Yeah. Okay, so that should be fast enough on the stone front. Hold on. This is not adding up. Oh, we also need a little bit of stone for the moss to make the compost or the biomass. Okay. And that needs CO2. Wait, can I make CO2 from biomass? Please tell me I can. I know you can later. I don't know if we can yet. No. This is such a helpful recipe because it allows you to get CO2 basically anywhere. You know, because you always have some sort of biological compound running around that you can compost. but we can't do that yet. So for now, coke or tar is basically it. Okay. Alright, anyway, we need washers, 3 of them. 2, 3. Nope, wrong saline water. Whoa. That one. Okay, should be all we need for that. And then stone comes down in front. 1 each should be fine. Wait, what did I did this all wrong. This one is the one that outputs the stone. And we need that to be the higher priority. But then we need to make sure that puts it on that side of the belt. All right. That works. This needs to be filtered on grade 1. Wait, did we just get a milestone for tin grade 1? That's kind of random, but I guess I'll take it. I'll take whatever milestones you give me. Alright, and then phytoplankton farms just need water and just add water. Water in that tin. Alright. Then we get the phytoplanks. Boom, 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 boom. And we need the water. Okay. Water's hooked up. Saline water's hooked up. We still need... did this. We still need what? The moss for the compost. We need the lamps. Which I'm now realizing should be delivered via caravan. I could bust them over from there, but that feels kind of bad. Given I already have a caravan and we already have lamps getting delivered somewhere, but that means we need to change you into 1100 so that you can fit 50 lamps. But then I feel like you have too much tin. I might as well just do that. And which was the outpost with lamps in it? This is the problem with caravans. You know, the more you use them, the more you're gonna get bogged down in this kind of nonsense of like which one has what things, and it's just gonna get messy. Alright, it's that one. So the middle one. So you add destination, which is... where'd that thing go? Right here. And you're gonna grab lamp 50. Is 50 enough ratio wise? Hold on, we need 0.154 compared to the 10, which is 0.4. We need about a third as many lamps as we have 10, so we actually need 100. which works perfectly because I just removed 50 and 50. And that's 2 stacks of lamps. So that works. So you go get some lamps. What doesn't work is this one now needs more lamps. I love lamp. No! No, 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 how do I undo a right click? Or even, can you undo a right click? Wow, how did I get to factory search? I just spaghettied all over the keyboard there. Alright. I have no idea what just happened. But I think we need to be there in person. Okay. Yep, it totally broke it. It broke everything. See, what is... No! Stop! Stop doing things! Ah! Okay. Oh, it's stealing the lamps. LOL. You little jerk. Well. I guess wood being there is fine. Alright. Whatever. That should build up lamps over time. Alright, so you're gonna go grab lamps, and then you're gonna go bring them. Okay. Goodness. You know what we need to do? Ooh, all of the power poles there. We need to improve our Zen garden a little bit. Our Patreon Zen garden. I haven't done that in a few episodes. Alright, so now we've got lamps in here. We're gonna need to undo that, and add in a lamp designation. Like so. And then we need... The moss is going straight into a composter, so we'll just say that comes up from here. And... So the moss... The moss will get fed onto the belt from there, and the lamps will get fed onto the belt in a similar fashion. Shoot. That wire was important. And I want this to do... That was weird. It didn't let me build a belt over... Huh. That's interesting that you can't build a sideways belt over an underground belt. Is that... Has it always been that way? I feel like with Factorio, there are so many little things that you just lose track of what's what, and at some point you're like, I don't even know what's real anymore. Has it always been that way? Do I just... I don't know. But I thought you could always hot build belts over undergrounds, even if they're the wrong direction. But maybe not. Alright, we need to control you, So you're based on Lamparinos being 30. And you're based on moss, no, compost, no, biomass, whatever it's called, being less than 50. What's the ratio again? 10 biomass, 10 eggs, and 3 lamps. So if we've got 30 lamps, we want 90 biomass. That might be too much for this belt. 40, that's 160, that's 320 total capacity per lane. That's actually just about right. And then you are eggs to 90. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And then there's gonna be fish on the belt. That's gonna work. Okay, so now we just need the moss. And the composter, which is not gonna fit, like, down there. These are big boys. They are the big ones. Ooh. Look. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? The very first option? How much phytoplankton would we need? This is probably not worth it. Phytoplankton. It is almost 1 biomass per phytoplankton. So... I'm just gonna look into this. Ingredient. We need to do ingredient phytoplankton. It's way easier this way. Recycle into biomass. Okay, what if we did this instead of moss? It would require about 50% more tin. Yeah, given... Kind of on the fence here. Because we have to bring in CO2 or coke. But there's already CO2 right up there, so we'll just do the CO2 method. Just bring that up. Or down. I guess, depending on how you look at it. No, don't do that. I want you to start here. Alright, and then you go up. Guys, have I mentioned how excited I am for trains? It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be so great. Though we are gonna have to learn, and I mean I'm excited to learn, you guys know I like learning things, all about Project Cybersyn and how it works, because I've only used LTN, so that'll be exciting. Alright, and then Muddy Sludge needs a washer and a soil extractor. We've already got that set up. So... this should be pretty straightforward. Okay, moss. You know what? I'm realizing I could have done the non-stone recipe. No, sorry. CO2. I was thinking for a second we could have done the other recipe and not had to bring CO2 down here. That's not how that works. Not in the slightest. Now, Muddy Sludge, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit here. Well, maybe. Hold the phone. What if we could fit it? I mean... seems like this might fit. That can go directly up against it because it's just soil. We are going to need water connections here and here. The Muddy Sludge then needs to connect down, turn a corner, and connect over. This one needs to connect left out to here. Which is like this. This. Ah, figured that would happen. I was figuring it was gonna happen before though, not now. Alright, build that. And... sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. I had to respond to a text message. What are you doing? What do you sand? What? Select the wrong recipe? Yes, I did. Interesting. Okay. Got scared for a second there. Alright, so now we need water. I also forgot about. And then are we good? Maybe? Oh, and fish. Yes, fish. And moss modules. Okay, so water... surely we have somewhere not that far, yeah. But the... easiest path... probably just follow the CO2 line. Follow the yellow brick road here. And then we've got water over here. Probably we'll need another pump as well, if I had to guess. Let's see, right here. Oh, by the way, we should check our vroukage. Is our vroukage up to snuff? Our vroukage is slightly under 30 a minute. But not by much. But it is under 30 a minute, and it should be exactly 30 minutes. So who's failing to run sometimes? Oh, we're still just not fully saturated on cocoons. Okay. Well, those will saturate eventually. Sometimes, like in Satisfactory, what I would do for a situation like this is I'd actually turn all these off for a minute, let cocoons run for a couple minutes, and then let it go, so that way it's just, it starts out, rather than taking like an hour or two to fully saturate. It is the risk of manifold designs. What's so funny to me, though, is in Satisfactory, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, for people who play both games, the community in Satisfactory is hyper obsessed relative to the Factorio community with load balanced designs, meaning like, how dare you feed this building cocoons before this building, and then both of these buildings before this building, because then these buildings are gonna have to fully build up on cocoons before, you know, the last one. Now, one difference is in Satisfactory, they do build up to a whole stack. They don't have the limits that are like automated insertion limits. So that's a small difference. But I think it's just funny because like in Factorio, that's how you basically build everything, is with manifold designs. Like you almost never have 4 buildings, you know, that all need the same thing. You almost always just do this. You do this and you do this, right? Like this is how Factorio works. But in Satisfactory, there are so many people that argue that like, well, that's not efficient. You should do it this way, you know, and then you have this thing going on. And it's just funny to me like how obsessed people are with this sort of thing in Satisfactory, because basically no one does that in Factorio ever. And it's just like an interesting quirk, because again, there is the one small difference that like things build up to a full stack in Satisfactory in the building. So it takes a little bit longer for manifolds to fill, but when you actually math it out, it's still not really that long at all. Like it's basically nothing. So yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting quirk of the community. I don't know what it is that causes people to think load balancing is so important, because it's really not. It's maybe visually pleasing, and that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong if that's your preference, but I would say there's something wrong if you're arguing that it's like not efficient to do manifolds, because it's like, well, it is. You're paying a one-time cost of the buffers filling, and then once you've paid that one-time cost, it's gone forever. So over the course of your runtime of the machines, it basically doesn't have any measurable impact. You know, if you think about it as smelters, just to finish my point, like if you had 6 smelters running and then you just do the manifold design, at least in Satisfactory, because you're using splitters, because there are no inserters, basically the first 4 are going to fill up and the last 2 will just share the input. So the last 2 won't even have to buffer. So you're paying a one-time cost of 400 iron ore. And at least with smelters, when you're smelting iron in Satisfactory, they all run at 30 apiece. So that would be 180 per minute. And so you're paying 2 minutes to use a manifold design. 2 minutes of iron ore production, one time, and then it's done forever. It will take you way more than 2 minutes to set up a load balancer for that. So it's interesting, you know, like, I think people are really focused on load balancing, and I think the benefits of load balancing, for the most part, don't exist. There are a couple situations where the items are it's such a slow trickle that load balancing might be worth it, because filling up the manifold actually would take forever. But I don't think that's most of the time. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk about load balancing. Alright, let's go collect some moss jewels and some fish jewels. Moss should be easy enough. We can just hoover up some over here. But then fish, we're gonna actually need to go find a pond. Let's go to the pond to the east over there. I also realized we still haven't made the oxygen. There's still probably a couple steps we haven't done for the automation. Yeah, we have rock wool over here. I think we already got fish from this pond, unfortunately. You know, if I had a little bit of landfill, this might be easier. Oh, good, we could reach one. Anybody else swimming around the edge? Surprisingly, no. There's a couple. Come on, come on. I feel like this is close. Yeah, come towards me, come towards me, come towards me. No, don't turn, don't turn. Don't turn. Keep coming. Yes! We got him. Alright. I think that's probably good enough to start. The more fish I start with, the faster the spin-up process happens, but it's not like we're in a rush to get fish oil, so it kind of doesn't matter. As long as this starts working, it'll be fine. Oh, you know what? I just realized there's no music going. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me fix that. There we go. Wait, did that work? Yeah, yeah. Alright, so fish. So we need to start with 5 fish. 12 fish. Oh. Maybe we didn't get enough fish. No, we have enough. I'll make some eggs and then we'll work on... Okay, yeah, this will be fine. Alright, so oxygen, finally... Where can we fit an electrolyzer? I'm actually impressed with how square, you know, we got this. Our space utilization is actually quite decent, which makes me sad because we still have to fit an electrolyzer in here, which I apparently don't have. Oh, it's down there. This seems like a good spot for it. And we'll do an inline. This one feels like I'm cheating somehow, but I love it. An inline one of those, and then we'll gas vent this, and then we have oxygen, which needs to be brought over to up here somewhere. Oof. They're getting a little hairy here, but this should somehow work. Yeah. Alright, so oxygen's hooked up. Compost should start going once we do this. And this. And we'll prime it with whatever moss we got left. Hold up. Hey, you know how we were wondering how much biomass you get? Jerky is 8 biomass. So if you set up, oh, that's interesting. You know how we were like fish only, these things all only get 3 biomass, but jerky's 8 biomass. Now bones will never spoil, but meat spoils, guts definitely spoil, skin, that spoils, right? No, skin also does not. Okay. So only the meat and guts part spoil, but they then end up giving you, and fish produce guts the most, and those give you 8 biomass per guts. So that now that changes all the math, and I kind of don't care, but I'm curious if that might have been more efficient to just use the fish, but that takes 8 hours for guts to spoil, so let's not do that. On second thought, let us not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. Alright, and I'd like you to run full speed ahead. And we're gonna have to steal the eggs that the other ones have. I guess... Wait. Isn't one recipe 25 fish eggs? Oh, because it already used 10. Right. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, and then the rendering, can happen a bit more in line with things here. And I mean, we just render the fish. We don't need to put them in cages first. Isn't that convenient? Free range fish. Cage free fish. Isn't that just beautiful? Cage free fish. All right, so what's the main idea here? So you're gonna get 10 fish. You need 12 fish. So I might let this run twice. And then we'll need to make another cycle of eggs. Okay, and how long does this take? 150 seconds at a speed of 1. Okay. So not too bad. Cool. Alright, fish oil is done. So next on our list is algae poos. And they don't like it when you call them that, just so you know. And all we need for that is flora and moss. So much moss. And cDNA. cDNA, eDNA. And a lot of alg paddocks. Bolts. That's kind of annoying. We're gonna need bolts, eh? By the way, if we really wanted to, now could be the time for infinite free power. Because now I can automate fish turbines. It would be hilarious. We would need a field of them that's this big to get the amount of power that we need, but we could do it. Because what did this provide? This provided 20 times... What's their average? 550? So this is 10 megawatts. So 100 megawatts would be 10 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about to here would be 100 megawatts. And then if we wanted a gigawatt, we'd go another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like a square this big would be a free gigawatt of fish turbine power. I don't think they're UPS efficient like solar panels though, so I don't know if that's the best idea. And it certainly wouldn't be economical. Though they're not that expensive. I mean, I guess at 5 fish a piece. We'd be getting 1 every 20 seconds, 3 a minute. 180 an hour. That's not bad. 180 an hour is like 15 megawatts? No. 10 megawatts an hour? It's really not bad of an idea. I'm just worried about placing down 2,000 of them. Might be a little bit of a UPS hit. But it's honestly not the craziest idea. I've had crazier ideas, I'll say that. Alright, so then you're gonna make 10 more fish here, and we're gonna plop those right into there. Well, 2 of them, plus the rest into the module slots. Oh, wastewater also is not being handled. Guess what? Wastewater is now being handled. I don't think right now we can do anything useful with it. You can clean it with chlorine. You can kind of clean it in a way into muddy sludge with pure sand. Like, it's hard to describe when you would use this, but I can see a world. Now, this is the one that gets really useful. But that's not till green science, and it's late in green science. Look at that, 1,000 packs. But being able to get urea from wastewater, which has been accumulating, is pretty huge. Alright, so here come the fish. Here come the fish, do-do-do-do. Also, I just realized a problem. We've built fish to back up, but this is a sushi loop. So that means things will break. So what we need is to measure fish on the sushi belt. And the fish buildings only run... Hey guys. We completely... Oh no. Fish eggs decay. Oh no. Oh no. It's okay. This is a Zen garden. We're happy. Everything's calm. It's gonna be okay. Wow. It's okay. We can handle this. We can handle this. I believe in our ability to handle this. Wait, is that gray because I always forget. Are these void recipes just always gray? Like if I just look up something random like an iron plate. Yeah, the void recipes are all gray. That doesn't mean they're disabled. Okay. So I could just void it all the biocrud that shows up and just say screw it. But the problem with that is we actually... Oh no. Yeah, no, this is a problem. Because the eggs are dependent on the fish and the fish are dependent on the eggs. So if too many eggs spoil, we actually break the positivity of the cycle. But fish do not spoil. So we want fish to back up to here. And then once fish are backed up to here... And what's this controlling? This is just controlling whether the out goes. So if fish are backed up to there as well, I think we can stop running fish eggs. The inserters for fish eggs will stop when these are backed up. So these only run if fish... Why? Oh, because I did a space. Is less than 4. Okay, so we won't be producing eggs once fish are backed up to here. On this belt. Now, are we putting fish onto both sides of the belt? I am. So we actually need to change that. We need to make sure fish are always on the same side. Okay. So that'll sort of work. It'll end up creating some extra biocrud. That's okay. We can filter out the biocrud via some biocrud filtered inserters. Just steal them from that corner. I'm trying to think. Because eventually this is gonna back up on fish. And then all the fish eggs are gonna spoil that are in all of these. This belt, if this is full of fish eggs... No, we're okay, because once fish back up to here, we stop making fish eggs, but we're gonna keep making fish. So then, yeah, okay, we're gonna be okay, because most of the fish eggs will then get turned into fish. They'll all get plopped onto the belt, and then those don't spoil. But then we will have some fish eggs that spoil here. And the spoil timer shouldn't be a problem, right? As long as we're not making more... Shoot. So we also kind of need fish eggs to stop running if we already have enough built up. Because what we don't want is the fish eggs backing up for a long time and then they have too much time before they get there. We kind of want fish eggs to be on demand, which means I could have phytoplankton pump be on demand. It uses 50 a recipe. So this is going to be a little bit delayed if we do it this way. Yeah, The other way would be to have... See, I don't want this belt to stop running because I want the fish to kind of back up here. I mean, I could measure if fish eggs are backed up to here and then just stop the buildings. If we stop the buildings themselves, then we're gonna get biocrud out as the next recipe. So that's not the best method. So instead, I think I will do the phytoplankton pump. So if fish eggs are backed up to, let's say, here, I'll just connect it to that same network. These fish eggs shouldn't mess with anything else. But now we need to connect. I guess we can just connect through the building. I hadn't thought of that, but that's fine. It's not reading anything. And you're only enabled if fish egg is less than 4. I would pay good money to change that feature. I don't need 4E10 as something I can type in. I don't care about that. I just want to type 4 and hit the enter key to be done. But and by enter key, I mean I want to be able to hit E to be the enter key, because that's how it works when you're not in the text box. I don't want to be able to type E into here is what I'm saying. Anyway, I would pay good money for that feature. All right, I don't know if that's perfect, but I think it'll work. Alright, and there's some more fish eggs. And at this point, it's just a question of modules. Oh, they run at a 4th speed? Interesting. Who was it? Someone on the Cridania Discord did the math. You know that one time I was asking, like, is it better to have all of these with one fish in them and start them running, or is it better to just have a couple with max fish? Because if you have the max fish, then they finish their recipe sooner, which means you can get that exponential growth happening sooner. But if you're just doing the one, then you're getting a higher total speed. At the end of the day, I think their math showed that, and I think they just programmed a program to kind of like empirically test it rather than theoretically do the math. Anyway, I think most of the time you're better off just maxing individual buildings. Most of the time. I think there were some exceptions. I don't remember what they were at this point. But yeah, we can start this one running now. Oh, how'd you get eggs? Oh, because you also... Oh, I see. I see. Okay. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on this. And then in the next episode, we'll be working on augs, our wonderful poopy friends, so that we can start to get all the things we need for green science. But that's still quite a ways away. But augs are coming. How exciting, we got fish. Another biological creature. Look at their little habitat here. They're so cute, swimming around, getting to enjoy the ferns. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love this game. Okay, well, we're gonna be done for this episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.